And we're live. I'll give it a few seconds and then say hello. Okay, a few seconds over. Hi guys, my name is Aisha. I am your Student Opportunities Engagement Executive. Coming to you, can't talk. Coming to you today to have a very nice conversation with your liberation officers. So, to start off with, can I have, who's our first liberation officer coming on the screen? Oh, it's this side. Edwina! Woohoo! Edwina, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
So, hi everyone, my name is Edwina and I am your BAME representative at the SU.
Woohoo! And next up, sorry.
Oh, come on, no, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself.
No, I thought we'd do intros and then we get into it. Who do we have next? We have Tom!
Hey, I'm Tom, pronouns he, him, and I'm your LGBTQ plus liberation officer on the DSU.
Hi, Tom. Thank you. Next, Epitome!
Hey! Hi, my name is Epitome, and I am your international student officer at the DSU.
Yes, queen. Next, who do we have? We have the very sweet Mia. Oh, it's this way.
Hi.
Hi, Mia.
Hi, I'm Mia. I'm your mature students rep.
And
Nice to see
now, nice to see you too. Now, can we have everyone on screen? I love this. I feel like I have magic. But it's actually Sophie Cal behind the camera. Hey, Sophie. Welcome, everyone.
Hey. It's just
How are
me.
we all today?
Very tired.
Very good.
Good.
Well, that's good. Well, Tom, I don't know why you're tired, but have one of the cakes you brought in because they were good.
Yeah, cake people only, with no ice cream people today.
I have a confession to make. I've always been team cake. Just saying.
I agree, that's good, that's good. Cake all the way.
Okay, what are you guys? Ice cream or cake? Let's hear it. Who am I working with here, huh?
I'm both all the way, but I prefer ice cream, but I love cake. Like I can't pick. I love both equally.
I'll give you that. Mia?
I'll go for cake.
Yeah,
Cake for me. Cake for the win.
That's my girl. Tom?
Definitely cake.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm cake.
Edwina?
I'd go for cake, but with ice cream.
Oh,
That's
I
a good
love
combo.
that. I'm working with the right people. Okay, I'm here for that. But right, enough about cake and ice cream. Let's get to it. So, should we start with, obviously you guys introduced your names and your roles, but should we get to something prior to that? So let's get into like the backstory of why you ran for the position. Yeah? I'm gonna start with whoever's first on my screen. So I say Mia.
Oh, yeah. So I ran for the position to represent the mature student body within the student union. So I think most of the mature students, they couldn't speak out. They think that they don't have a voice with the student union for the university. So I'm here to represent them.
I love that. And what kind of made you be like, okay, it's me, like I have to be the one to represent them? What made you go for it?
Well, I don't think that if I just be a normal student, I can do that. So at least if I'll be the mature student rep, then I could help the students. Hopefully.
You will. I have full faith in you. Not just you, but all of you. And it's going to be a good year. I feel it. I can feel it in my bones.
That's so sweet, Aisha.
No problem. Keep up that spirit. Keep up the thing that you want to change and don't lose your voice. We're there to support you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mia. Let's move on to, who do we have next, Soph? Epitome. Woo-hoo!
Okay, so I I'm an international student, of course, and I felt like there were some concerns that myself and other international students we wanted to express. And
Mhm.
at the time, I didn't really know that there was something like this. And when I heard of this role, I just felt like I'm an international student and I'm eligible. And apart from that, I was already involved with a lot of things that were going on at the DSU. So I was like, I'm just gonna try, and when I get into the role, I'm gonna try and work on the concerns that I initially had. So yeah.
No, I love that. And like you've mentioned, you've been in so many previous roles. I think when I first met you, you were a my uni pal rep, and
Yeah.
that's how I got to know you. And the fact that you're there, like full force, representing international students, their concerns. I could not imagine anyone else, and I can just say the international students are in good hands by you leading them.
Thank you. Oh my
No problem. Right, next up, let's put. I had a feeling it'd be
Hey.
Tom. Tom, I knew you'd.
It's me. So obviously, students on campus want to feel a part of something. We want the equality on campus, and I want to be able to do that. I love that.
That's just
No,
me being art officer. Go for it.
No, so I really just want to be supportive. I mean, especially this year, when I applied, nothing COVID-wise was happening. It was
Yeah.
all normal. So this was a bit unexpected, but it's definitely going to present challenges, and I think we can work with them.
But then again, I can't see anyone best fit to face these challenges apart from you. Because I
Oh,
think the
thank you.
first time I met you, it was election week, and you had a lot going on,
yeah.
but you're still there trying to get your votes in, trying to get people to vote for you. So you're there at the forefront, dude.
It was,
And it's not just you; it's all of us kind of having your back as well.
yeah, no, it was a good week actually, election week, and I'm here.
And you're here. We're here.
I'm
We're
here.
lucky to have you. Thank you, Tom. Is that no? Oh, hey,
Oh,
girl.
it's me. It is me.
Girl.
So I'm the BAME representative. So I look after those who are considered to be Black, Asian, and minor ethnicities. And when applying for the role, I wanted to empower students to have their voices heard, just like any other liberation officer, but especially those who were in or found themselves in less unfortunate events, really. And I guess I just want them to have voices and feel that equality and be supported, as well as having that inclusion. So that's why I applied.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I am so proud of each and every one of you, and just hearing about all your passion and knowing you're so passionate for the role you're in just like gives me goosebumps, and I'm so happy. And I think I remember having that conversation with you when it was something was happening with hip hop, and then we had the conversation, and the fact that you kind of took that step and then you're here now just says so much about what you are and your character and what you stand for, and I just love that.
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant. It was a good opportunity for me to actually come in and to, again, just empower those students and make them feel, inspire them really to actually do the same. That's all I want.
I love that. And in line with the elections this year, be the inspirational change. I couldn't think of anything better.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
No problem. So that was the first set of questions, guys. You did really well. Okay. I see you've been prepared. So let's move on to our second question. Now we just talked about the past. We're in the present. Let's talk about the future. So what plans have you got for the year ahead?
I might jump in.
Go on, Tom.
I'm going to jump in.
I'll let you take the lead.
Okay, so obviously February we've got Pride History Month. I'm going to be organising that with Dia, your Liberation and Diversity Executive. And this year I'm going to be working on welfare with Ben, your Welfare Executive as well. Just because of how everything is with COVID, I know people are at home struggling. We've got international students, people that haven't come to campus. They're still not in Leicester. So yeah, I just want to be able to support everybody that can't, come here, be a part of it on campus.
Do Do you have any campaigns in particular apart from the ones that you said? So you're going to be working on welfare for people from different backgrounds and all sorts throughout the COVID time with Ben. So what's that gonna look like, and what plans? Most importantly, what plans have you got for Pride so far?
I'm going to be really bad and say so far Pride hasn't started for me. I haven't
That's
been able to
okay.
plan it.
That's
This week
okay.
has been so busy. But with welfare, I think mental health is at the top of my list.
Mm-hmm.
And aside from that, trans rights, I've seen loads of negative press about it. So
Yeah.
that this year is also going to be at the top of my list.
Oh
Mental
yes,
health and trans rights.
it's gonna be a good year. I cannot wait. But yeah, in terms of Pride, can I just say, if the more the cake, the merrier. Just putting it
Definitely
out there.
cake.
Just putting it out.
Yes. I don't know about another rainbow cake, but we'll have a go with a cake.
Yes, any cake.
Yes.
Well, thank you for that, Tom. I can't wait to see what you come up with in the year ahead. I know it's only the start, so sorry for putting you on the spot, but I know you'll do a good job. I have full
Thank
faith.
you. It'd be great.
Who's next? Hey, Mia!
It's me again. Gosh.
Hey! No problem.
Yeah, so for mature students, we're planning to have an online coffee drop-in to welcome the new members. Yeah, so mature students might be a bit like passive for the past few years, but this year is our time to shine.
I love that. This is the year that everyone comes out with like full
The
voices.
COVID year. As
The
we said, the
COVID
COVID year.
is the year of resilience. I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's right. So for the plans, I would say that we will have talks and events, time for maybe to fit the students who live outside the uni, and some family-friendly events. So last 2 years, I guess, they had this family event, which they had fun really with the kids. Well, I don't have any, but yeah, I will try.
So it's more like a bring your kids to uni day in a way, and then just socialize and network with everyone else.
Yes. Well,
Oh,
with
that's
proper
pretty cool.
restriction, yes.
Oh, I
Hopefully.
love a good family picnic.
A family picnic is nice. Also, I think I would love to do the peer mentoring for mature students. So there are lots of mature students who really need to know and to share ideas and to just tell what they think about something. So peer
Yeah.
mentoring is really useful.
And can you explain to some of our viewers who might not know what peer mentoring is, what peer mentoring is?
Yeah, so so I think it's like you will have, it's like a scheme where you guys learn from each other, talk about things that you want to share. So you will be partner with different people, and then you will talk about different issues, especially for mature students. I know that there are lots of issues like childcare,
Yeah.
welfare, and those stuff. So I think this is very useful this year.
I love that, and I love how you're creating that safe space for people to kind of talk about basically everything going on in their life and just validate that. So I think that's amazing, and I can't
Yes.
wait to see all the different ideas you come up with as well. So thank you, Mia.
Thank you, Aisha.
Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? I love this. It's like a game show. Like, who's next?
Hi.
Hi, Benjamin. You're back.
I'm back. So basically my plans. Since the beginning, the thing I've been saying is I want to increase student engagement. So just working hand in hand with, I don't really have, I'm still in the process of researching, but there's one thing I know for sure. I am going to start a podcast.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I want to start a podcast where I'll just bring up like different students on campus, like from international countries, yeah, and then just like talk to them about like their experience, because I feel like having people that kind of relates to your experience in uni, like it just makes you not feel alone. And
Yeah.
I think that's something that I want to really prioritize. I don't want anyone, especially during this time, like everyone needs to understand that nobody's going to, like, they're not going to be alone. So starting like a podcast or like a radio show, whatever, and just like bring up different students from different backgrounds and then talk about it. And then also I plan on like hosting, I think similar to what Mia said, international, like an international student live stream where they just pop in and like, comment and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Yeah, I think that's really it for now. I'm not really, because at the end of the day, like a lot of international students are coming in, so I don't really have any events for them to come in because you have to, stay in your house for now. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so that's just it, really.
No, but I love that you're creating that sense of belonging, and the podcast idea is absolutely amazing, especially when can't talk, when podcasts are so in right now, and
Yeah.
the fact that you're kind of bringing students kind of makes it more engaging and or captivating because everyone has so many different experiences because they all come from around the world. So I can't wait to hear some of that.
Thank you.
It's gonna be good, girl.
Amen.
I
Woohoo.
can't wait. So thank you, Bitmi.
Thank you.
Who's next? Who's next?
That.
Hey,
And
welcome back.
yeah, I do have quite a few plans in mind. Me and Dia, as Tom mentioned, equality and diversity executive. Well, it's October, so it's Black History Month, first of all. So, woo-hoo.
Happy Black History Month, baby.
Yeah. And we have quite a few events. Obviously, it'll be virtually because of the whole COVID, but we still have a whole.
It's still gonna be fun.
Yeah, that students will be able to get involved with. So I'm excited for that. There's things like quiz nights, Netflix watch parties. Who doesn't like a good Netflix watch party? Yeah, but talking long-term wise, I think we'll probably be looking at some language training, so in terms of, because I know that people from different cultures, so linking this back with a bit of international students, for example, when they come over, they might have a bit of issues with language barriers, so maybe a little bit of language programming might be on the line further down. And I think as far as that goes, that's my main sort of plan that I have. And then we'll see how it
Nothing
goes.
big.
Yeah.
Just a very tiny bit. Nothing big.
But this month is going to be big, especially given the whole Black Lives movement as well that we've currently had and still having. That's a big current issue that we're looking at and trying to support students in any way that we can, because I know it's a big thing. It's not just something that, it comes and it goes. It's history that's been revealed. It's been pulled from under the rug, and it's like we have to deal with it now. So, yeah. I'm going to be here for anyone that feels unsupported, because essentially that is my job, to support them.
And I love how you're just going hands in with the job, and the fact that you have so many great ideas. I just can't wait for them to kind of come to life so I can be like that proud parent, like, oh my gosh,
so sweet.
No, and same goes for all of you. Honestly, I'm just so excited to see everything that everyone does so far, and all I've heard is just good news and good praises from each and every one of you, and from people who have worked with you. So it's going to be a good year. The students are so lucky to have you guys leading them.
Brilliant, thank you.
No problem. Everyone's back now. Woohoo! Right, over to our next question because I'm on a roll. So, let's talk about how you guys got involved in the student union to begin with. Let's go back to square zero or one. I don't know what the saying goes, but we're gonna go with that. Tama,
Me.
Sophia.
Okay. So I'm a second year, and excuse me. I was a course rep for my first year, and I'm a course rep again this year. But being a course rep kind of introduced me to the student union, and I didn't know about the roles until I was already here, like January time this year. So I kind of Yeah, I was in first year this year. Yeah, no, so that's when I kind of applied. I was like, yeah, this is for me, and now I'm here.
I love that. So can you tell me a bit about what being a course rep is like for anyone's watching?
Yeah, I mean, first year I was the only course rep. Now I've kind of recruited friends, so I'm not by myself.
I love that.
But first year, just kind of being the link between students and tutors. Some students don't feel completely comfortable or just would rather come to another student than, you know, go to your program lead or another tutor. Obviously, you've got personal tutors as well, but sometimes a nice happy face that isn't a tutor is better to go to.
And that's absolutely right. It's the accessibility of it. Like sometimes you won't feel comfortable speaking to your tutor or your module leader, be like, oh, you know, I don't understand this, or maybe we should change that or something like that. And it's easier to go to a friend or a course rep than to kind of go and face them alone. And also, I think Laura would be so proud of you, the fact that you recruited so much more. Yes, you're getting brownie points from Laura, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, she loves me. I don't love her though.
Ah,
Last night, ice cream and cake.
That's
I'm
fine.
still upset about that.
It's okay, Tom. You have me. It's cool.
Yes,
It's fine.
but
I
no.
was undercover though, but deep down, my love for cake is there. But no, thank you for that, Tom. And it's good to see that you used your link as a course rep to kind of amplify your voice and along so many other voices that you'll come across to. And I think that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and if anyone is watching that kind of thinks about being a course rep, I would say definitely do it.
Do it. And
Do
you get
it.
a free hoodie. And the hoodies
Exactly.
are so comfy.
Free hoodie, that's it.
Yes. Currently, our course rep elections are happening, so I'm hoping you guys have had a chance to kind of settle in. It's Thursday, so I think they should be, well, hopefully they're a bit settled in, knowing them about their course. Being a course rep is amazing. I was a course rep for all 3 years of my course. So once you're in, you're
Yeah.
in. And
Exactly.
Sophie's put up a link that you can use down here at demonforsu.com/voice/representation/course-reps/elections/.
It's a lot of slashes.
But yeah, make sure you get involved and just don't feel like if you put yourself forward, you have a whole team supporting you from training to actually speaking to a lecturer or a module guide to getting network with a lot of different people in your faculty or similar courses to you, so you're not alone. All right, thank you, Tom. Who do we have next? Hey, Edwina!
Yeah. In terms of getting involved, funny story. I think I was doing my manifesto, writing it, and I thought I sent it. And as soon as I sent it, I was like, okay, I'm putting myself forward. Okay, I do have a plan. I want to, again, empower students. But then it kicked back and I was like, actually, I don't think this is for me. I shouldn't be telling you guys, but I'm full in now, so I'm allowed to say that. But yeah, that's how it started, because at the time I was still in the committee, DMU Hip Hop Committee. I applied to be in the second year as well as a third year student, so technically I was going to be in this year too, but I was like, you know what, I think I'm going to stick with Students' Union. I'm going to give this a go and actually make something and see a little bit of a change, a little bit of a difference with the way that students look or feel within the university. So that's how I started. I had no clue what the Students' Union was. So I had to do like my research. I found out there was a completely different department when it comes to the actual uni itself. So it's based upon student voices individually. And I loved it ever since. Like, the journey has been brilliant. It's been amazing. People are so nice, so caring, and it makes you feel part of something. So that's how I got involved with the SU, really.
I love that. Can you tell me a little bit about hip hop and what it's like from being, let's say, a member to a committee member, and what that journey was like?
So I joined hip hop within the first year simply because I wanted to get my confidence up. I wanted to make friends. It was my first year of uni, so I wanted to find a way in to fit. So technically, that's when I joined. And then going from a member to a committee member is completely different. You do have a little bit more power and authority as to how you want to rule the society itself. But again, it's as much as it is doing individual work, it's also doing teamwork, because you do have to work with the other team members, the other people as well. But it's just a lovely place and opportunity to actually grab, because you get to, again, have that. You get to inspire those other people or those other members that are in the society, and then you do loads of collaborations, and then you work with different societies, you dance with them, and it's just a really fun experience, really, and it's brilliant. So I'd stick to it. Yeah.
It really is brilliant, and the fact that I mean, I've seen you guys perform countless of times, and every time I'm just so taken back by how good you guys are. So props to that to begin with. But the fact that you kind of found your family at uni through let's say hip hop, and
Yeah.
that's one thing. Societies and clubs are really great for like making you find your circle in a way, and yeah, and you know how earlier you were talking about like you were so nervous, you didn't think you were going to do that, and that's completely valid. Because I was, when I first got into this role last year, I was like, I'm not going to win. I was like, no one's going to vote for me. I was like, my ideas aren't good enough. And it's the fact that you still persevered and you kind of told yourself, nope, you can do it. And the fact that you're here, and it's just like a message to everyone out there, just to kind of always get out your comfort zone. And it's completely valid to feel nervous, to feel shy, to feel scared. But once you get there, once you cross that road, nothing else matters.
Oh, it's brilliant, it's brilliant. But yeah, it was completely out of my comfort zone, out of my control. I had no clue what elections were. I had no clue what student bodies, student presidents, were, all those terms meant. So I just went in head first, dived right in, and I was like, you know what, I crossed it, I did it, I'm here now. So it's worked.
Yeah.
It's worked.
And that's it's a lot. So a lot of people who are really interested in something think that they need to have a lot of experience or a lot of knowledge before they do that. And you are being the prime example of that. Like you didn't know much about it, yet you still push yourself forward. And look at you now doing great things. So it's just like a message to everyone that it's okay to come out your comfort zone, and you don't need experience or knowledge and stuff for something new, because it's a learning curve for everyone.
It really is. It's a great opportunity, again, for you to just no experience, you go in and you learn along. So that's what uni really is about, really. You never know what you're doing until you actually do it.
Yeah.
And then you look back and you're like, I did it. So yeah.
So thank you so much for so many life lessons in one chat, Edwina.
No worries.
I will come back to you soon. So let's see who's next.
Yeah, it's me. So how did I get involved? Well, last year I arrived here in the UK, very fresh. I don't know how to speak English properly. I have lots of questions. I don't know who to ask, who to talk with. So that's basically my first time to say, oh, who should I speak with this? Who will answer my questions? And that's the start of getting involved with the SEO, or maybe just because of my nosy personality. I love getting involved. I love getting
say
involved.
nosy. I'd say curious.
Curious, I would say curious. I love getting involved, joining different societies. So I think currently I've got like Catholic Society. Oh, this is like marketing, and Women in Leadership Society, and lots of activities. So yeah, I think it's because of my personality. It's great to get involved and to know what's on, and also the freebies.
Oh, we love a good freebie. I swear every day you'll find something being given away throughout freshers in the campus centers downstairs. So yesterday we were giving out little seeds to, grow your voice, which I thought was such a fun play on words. We were giving out metal straws. The day before, we were giving out little survival bags. So yeah, come down and always get some freebies here. And I love the fact that someone's phone's going off. I love the fact that you just kind of accepted the fact that this is your personality and you just kind of having the opportunity to grow, and that's completely okay as well.
Yes. So I know that the student union is like your pathway to develop yourself, to meet people, to meet friends, which is really good.
I know, and I love that, and it is really a good opportunity to create friends and also find your voice. So thank you for that, Mia. Okay, who's next? I think it's Abitami.
It's me.
Way. Hello.
Hi. So how did I get involved with SU? So,
I think we touched on this slightly, but
yeah.
tell me more.
Yeah. So basically, I did my foundation at DMU,
Mhm.
and when I first came to the UK, I literally had nothing, no experience, nothing. And I'm like, I need to start doing something with my life. Because what am I going to do? So anyways, I was volunteering for DMU local, and
Yeah.
then I got because what's the word? I subscribed to like the job letter, just DMU student letter anyways, and then
Yeah.
they were looking for volunteers for Unipal. And
Yeah.
then I applied and I got that. So that's how I already knew of like, oh, DSU is, doing something. And then for the international student role, I wouldn't say it's funny, but it like, okay, let me just talk about it. So anyways, I applied, but I didn't know it was like this big of a deal. So I actually applied for 2 roles. I applied for one full time and this one. And then I completely forgot that I applied, because when I applied, I was like, yes, this is actually something I want to do. But then I'm like, along the line, I was like, can I actually do it? Can I actually do it? So I just forgot about it, like nothing. And then one day I got a phone call and it's like, the deadline is approaching and you apply for 2 roles. You have to pick one. And I'm like, oh, okay. I picked the part-time one, the international student one. And then it's like, okay, yeah. Then you have to send in your application and stuff like that. And I'm like, really? Like, I didn't even know. I completely forgot about it. And they're like, you have to send it by tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I had to go home, think about why I really, really wanted to do this. I wrote it down. I sent in the application. So now during the election, I genuinely did not think I was going to win at all, because I applied when I was in my first year, and to be honest, I didn't really have that many friends, and I'm like, how am I going to do this? How will I start? And I think I was running against like some people that were in their 3rd year and some that were in their 2nd year, and I'm like, oh, I'm not winning. I'm not winning. And then but like throughout the whole election, I was always coming out to campaign, meeting with people, telling them, please vote for me. Like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Like, I've never talked as much as I did during that election period. And I talk a lot. But I was like, oh my God, please, like, this is what I'm going to do. Like, da, 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 da. And then I genuinely was so surprised when I actually won it, because I I just felt so loved. I don't know why.
Well,
Yes, because it's like, you don't know me, but you go out of your way, and it was physical as well. So it's like, for you to actually go all the way to a polling booth to vote. Like, I had people that they said that they were working and they left their job just to come and vote for me. And I was so overwhelmed. Like, I was like, oh my God, I don't deserve. And I'm in my first year as well. I don't know anybody, and you're oh God, I felt so emotional. So yeah, so that's how I got here anyways. So that's a long story, but yeah.
I love that, and the fact that you did that in your first year, which kind of creates the barrier that a lot of people ask, like, oh, I'm only in my first year, how do I get involved in the SU? Like, oh, I didn't know first years were involved. But the fact that you just like broke that norm and be like, no, anyone can be involved, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
And I love that your story is just so candid, because everyone, oh, I don't know how that muted, but everyone goes through that phase, like, oh my God, like, oh, I forgot about this, now I need to get through that. Especially uni students, last minute don't come. yeah, all of us. Well, some of us are like really on it and are never last minute, but some of us are. I, at points, was both. So I will admit to the fact that I was last minute at some point.
I am last minute. I'm just saying.
And that's okay too, because a lot of people work like that, you know. That pressure is their motivator in a way, and it was to me at some point. And the fact that you still did it, you managed to do so many things in just 2 years of being in here, and you got 2 more wonderful years left. And I just can't wait to see so many things that you get up to.
Thank you so much.
No problem. And I just wanna like let's have everyone back. Hey, there we go. And I just want to say like a little message, and you guys feel free to come in whenever you want at any point. To everyone to say that there are so many different ways you can get involved in the SU, and you can get involved in being part of something bigger than yourself, like all these liberations officer and myself. But if being part of something bigger, or if that's just not your boat, there are just so many different ways you can still be involved in the SU. So a lot of people may not know, especially a lot of people who are asking. Since you've enrolled at DMU, you've automatically become a member of the Students' Union. So the fact that you don't have to be part of a society to be part of the SU. You don't have to be part of any sports clubs to be part of the SU. You don't have to be a course rep and so much more. You can just come, and it is your building. It is your union. And the Students' Union runs by students. It's for students by students. So yeah, you have so many different paths and opportunities to get involved in. And you've literally just heard conversation from so many different people, like Edwina from hip hop, Mia because she was just really interested, a bit to me because she was a My Uni Paler, and Tom because he was a course rep. There are just so many different strands of the union that you can just be involved in, and I think that's completely wonderful. Anyone else have something to say to it or about it? Any okay, do you know how we're gonna end this? We're gonna end this by giving your top tip to all the freshers that are watching. So your words of wisdom.
Okay, so definitely keep an eye on your money. When it comes in next week, don't blow it all. Save it. Definitely save it.
I love that. I love that. Anyone?
And also, I think let's always get involved. Don't be afraid. Just join and feel free to develop yourself, meet people, have fun.
And I think that's completely okay to kind of feel scared, because you have to remember that everyone's in the same boat as you. And once you remember that, things become a lot easier than, oh yeah, they're a fresher too, and maybe they're nervous as well. And yeah, just come out your comfort zone. Uni is a great bubble, and it's a safe space for you to kind of experiment, find yourself, find what you like, find what you don't like. And the fact that you can do that all in one place, it's so cool.
Okay. Although this is sort of contradicting what you guys are saying, but I think you should always, especially for incoming students, always like kind of remember that don't expect to meet like your best of friends the first few weeks. I think there's so much pressure to like, oh my god, I want to meet my friends, I want to meet people that I'm going to have fun. But at the end of the day, like just be very selective of the people that you let around you. Be very selective of the people in your comfort zone, because that's going to help you along the line. So I think that's very important. Be like don't expect to meet people when you first come, because it's going to take time. I promise you.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's something that not many people think about, the fact that once you're sold that dream that you're going to find your best friends at university, your lifelong friends at college and stuff like that, and sometimes you do and sometimes you don't, and that's both of that is okay. And the fact that when I was in uni, I had a lot of different circles. So there'll be like a circle of the society that I was in, and I would share some parts of my life with them. I had like my circle of course friends that I was part of. I had my circle of friends that were just uni friends with different courses. And that's completely okay too, to have different circles to kind of
Yeah.
explore different parts of you within.
I'm just going to say, in terms of accommodation, go check the places out. If you can't physically go, because obviously COVID, ask for pictures, ask for videos, because you want to be comfortable in where you live in, and at the end of the day, that is your space, that is your personal home, pretty much, because you've left home, you've left your comfort zone, so you want to come back to something that feels natural and cozy to you. So make sure you check out the places. In terms of shared accommodation, there's pros and cons. I do feel like you're more likely to make or to build on friendships, whereas if you've got a student, for example, you're more by yourself. It's a little bit harder to make friends, I would say, because my first year I got a studio, so I was like, okay, this is not as fun as I thought it would be. But then I was still in the headspace that I didn't want to share with anyone. So I was half, but second year, I managed to get a shared place, and it was much better. Even though I already made friends through societies or through my course, or even just going out and meeting people, it was easier to kind of deal with the people around me. So yeah, make sure you check out your accommodation place, because you don't want to be surprised when you get there.
No,
So,
and
yeah.
that's such a good point, because a lot of people just get so lost in the whole experience of things that accommodation is literally the last thing on their list, where it should be one of the most important things. And that's so important that you reminded everyone of that. So yeah, thank you guys for today. But before we leave, I don't know, Sophie, how you're gonna do this, but basically, I just want to know for everyone who's watching how they can get in touch with you, whether they want to do a collab, whether they've got any concerns to raise, anything they want to talk about. So how are we gonna do this, Soph? Hey, we got Edwina at DSU_BAME.
Yep, that is me. So you can get in contact with me through my email. Or even if you see me around campus, which I'll probably will most likely, just come up to me. I won't bite, I promise. And then you can just ask any question, and I'll try and direct you, or we'll try and solve it if I can't. Most likely go up to the right department, which will be most suitable for your question as to how you can.
Yeah, and this here is your Twitter link. The
It is as well.
yeah.
So you can also catch me on Twitter too, and just again send any questions that you have, or that any topics that you want to further discuss. Just make sure you hit that.
Okay. Let's have the next one. It's Mia at DSU. That
Yes.
is the Twitter link as well.
That's right. So that's the Twitter link, and then you can also join the Mature Student Society via Facebook or even Instagram. So if you have questions, queries, please just send me a private message, or you can just join the group, and that's it.
Thank you. Next up we have DSU International. That's your Twitter link. Oh, I think you're on mute, honey.
Yeah, sorry. Feel free to message me on Twitter. That's the @ there, and then my mail as well. And if you see me around campus, and if you can't find me as well, you can come to the DSU building, and you'll probably be directed to me. So yeah, and don't be shy. I'm not shy. Well, I'm shy, but don't be shy.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you. And last but definitely not the least. Hey, there we go.
So yeah, that's my Twitter. And if you do need my email address, I think you can email the union or just email Dia. Her email address is on the website. Same with the rest of the lib officers as well.
So thank you. But yeah, thank you everyone for giving up your time to do this live stream with us, and hopefully at some point I will see you all very soon. And if there is anything that you are still interested or want to know, please feel free to go to our website, our Instagram pages, or social media pages to find out more. Thank you everyone for watching, and we hope you have a good day. Stay safe, take care, and bye.